Hello, this is Adib, and this is going to be a quick intro to some of the features of Atlas. So let's quickly get started. You have all of the files in the left, and you have some of the most important tools in the right. You can quickly switch between Cloud Code and Codex, and you can also switch between or cycle between the permissions and have all of the auto-completions for all the commands for your coding agent and the reference system, something that we're going to come back to later. You have a knowledge base. Now, knowledge base is basically a combination of Notion and Obsidian to write down whatever you want to write down, basically built for documentation, right? And you have some of the basic writing tools, such as you can create blocks. You can also reference other files using tilde. So this also pretty much comes down with universal reference systems. So what do I mean by universal reference systems? So as you can see, this is a file called Atlas Review, and I have a couple of other files as well, such as Atlas Feedbacks and Atlas Mission Control, etc., etc. Something that I just write down. So what I can do is I can refer all of these files back to my agents. I'm just going to have to do tilde, and I can just search between and cycle between all of the files in my knowledge system. You also have the basics of source control. So I can just review the changes that Cloud Code did or Codex did, and I can stage everything from here. So I'm just going to quickly do it, stage all, and I can just say landing page update, and I can press Command Enter for commit, and I can publish or basically push the changes back to the origin. So you have complete source control tools built into Atlas. You also have review tools, and for this you can actually bring your own API keys. What you can do is just have to go to settings, go to API keys, and you can add any API key you want, and you can just get started with the reviews. So the reviews will pretty much point out the current architecture and also find out security flaws in your code base. Atlas was built around the idea of research, so we have direct research paper pool from Archive and Semantic Scholar. You can browse them, you can save them to knowledge, you can also download the PDF, etc., etc. Speaking of general chat, I can actually use Atlas and save my API keys in the settings panel and actually access models from different providers. So I'm using Google Gemini right now, and I can just say hello world, and this is going to send out a request to Google Gemini, and well, I can research on the fly and also talk to different models based on the API keys that I have. Atlas also ships with a logging system, so everything gets locked down completely on a machine, and you can exactly see what's going on, how you have been using it. It pretty much logs based on source, and it also logs down the message. Atlas also has a Pomodoro to keep track of your working progression, and you can also toggle the bottom bar to be able to see the timer. One of the best features of Atlas is that it lets you browse all the memory that has been set by your coding agents. So this is the Cloud Code memory, and this is the Codex memory. But it also allows you to scrub through the timeline, basically allows you to see how your code base has been progressing based on the memory set by Cloud Code. Isn't that completely insane? So it just indexed all of my memory, and it also is allowing me to see exactly how I'm progressing. So I can also see the direction of how it's going on and the connections between different memory files. So this actually lets users see how Cloud Code is managing its memory, and also search between them at any point, and also see the progression of memory. And this all happens locally on your machine. You don't have to invoke an LLM to be able to find what's going on inside your memory. Now, Atlas also has a policy finder. So anytime you're setting specific rules in your coding code base, let's just say that I don't want Cloud Code to comment in a Git message, I can just see them directly here. So it also has semantic searches, and also had keyword specific searches. So as you can see, I asked Cloud Code specifically to never git commit anything, because this is my job. I'm going to do the review, and Atlas was able to find that out. Atlas also has a timeline that allows you to browse exactly which Git branches have been affected by which memory files. So if I go back, I can exactly see the records directly. So I can also jump in between them, which is pretty amazing. Atlas also lets you add multiple different projects inside your workspace. So it's a multi-workspace system. You can also see exactly which chats are going on. So it's going to show the loading progress and everything directly in the left panel, and you can toggle it with Command, Shift, and Dot. Atlas also gives you all of the stats directly in one place for all of your projects in a single window. So you're just gonna have to click on the console button, and it's going to show you total tokens, total number of cost, how many requests were sent, how many cached tokens there are, etc., etc. And yeah, basically an overview of your entire multi-workspace window in one single place. And you can also see all of the activity logs in one place. And you can also basically see the token usage based on projects and everything. So it gives you an eye to everything that has been going on for your workspace. And for new users, Atlas also ships predefined layouts. So you can just press Command, Option, and L together to bring the layout manager, and you can switch between different layouts. So I can just click here for the developer one. I can go for the research one. It's a bit cramped up. Let me just clean it up and hide this. And I can also switch between the terminal. So as you can see, this is just a simple layout manager, which will make it easy for you to switch between different layouts based on your work preference. So yeah, this is just a very short introduction to Atlas, because there are so many tools and so many small features that I haven't been able to cover in this short video. But the best part about everything is that it's all open source. So you can just go to github.com, download the entire thing, and pretty much set it up. Everything runs on your machine, except for the fact that you're going to have to use Cloud Code or Codex with the accounts. But this is all open source. So please feel free to create new issues if you think there's something wrong with Atlas, and pretty much write down any features that you'd want and create new issues for it. Thank you so much, guys. Bye-bye.